Hey everyone, Doug here with B&H, taking a look today at the latest lens from Nikon. This is the NIKKOR Z 17-28mm f2.8 lens. It's an ultra-wide zoom lens that brings fast speeds and wide capture to a more affordable price point on the Nikon Z mount. Aspiring photographers and videographers should really take note here, as this lens offers stunningly wide coverage. Yes, even in full frame. Plus, the f2.8 keeps things bright throughout the entire zoom range. This new 17-28mm hits a real sweet spot in terms of lens spec and affordability. Its fast f2.8 constant aperture stands out as the main draw here, giving creators the kind of fast optics needed for low light capture, plus that beautifully shallow depth of field when used up close. As an internally zooming lens, it also maintains a compact form factor, which is ideal for creators looking to lighten up their kit. Plus, this makes the 17-28mm f2.8 an ideal choice for gimbals, as it won't shift balance when changing focal lengths. Anyone looking to grow with the lens and use it throughout the Z system will be happy to know this lens does indeed cover a full-frame image. So, let's take a look. As an ultra-wide lens, it's no surprise that you can really capture some impressively wide shots. 17mm goes a long way, especially on a full-frame sensor, and distortion is kept to a minimum. Even at the lens's far end of 28mm, things are still fairly wide, but you do get into that more intimate street photography territory. From a compositional standpoint, it can be tricky to get the most out of ultra-wide lenses, but they do offer a truly unique way to get exaggerated close-ups and action shots in a way that more compressed lenses simply can't. To that end, lens detail and sharpness is excellent throughout the zoom range and from edge to edge, even when wide open, and this is of course crucial for consistent performance on a lens that boasts a high-speed f2.8 aperture. That same speed also means that when you get close enough, you can get pleasing bokeh and subject separation thanks to a 9-blade aperture. By the way, minimum focusing distance here is an excellent 19 centimeters. Taking a closer look at the lens itself, it's a compact design coming in at only 4 inches in length, and weighing in at 450 grams, it won't be a burden when stored in your camera bag, nor will it present a challenge for most gimbals. You get a zoom ring and control ring here, which by default is set up as a manual focus ring. And speaking of focus, an STM motor inside keeps focusing fast and quiet, making it ideal for video. By the way, the lens also supports linear focusing capabilities in select cameras. All you have to do is go into the menus and select your focus throw. Though it's not an S-series lens, the 17-28mm f2.8 is notable for having some degree of dust and drip resistance. I love ultra-wide lenses. They're critical to really capturing the sheer scope of certain environments. And these days, they also serve an important role for content creators who need the flexibility of a very wide frame to capture either themselves or place it on a gimbal with minimal recomposition needed as they move around. The overall build and optical quality of the 17-28 make it an excellent companion to Nikon's 28-75mm f2.8, which fills out the other end of the zoom range at a similar price point. The photos are outstanding, and the constant f2.8 aperture is just huge. So that's it for the Nikon 17-28mm f2.8 ultra-wide zoom lens. This is Doug with B&H, and I'll see you next time.